This is the AMH model CCM 9112 tube corrugating machine. This is the circulating oil, the cooling oil reservoir. Has its own little motor. These hoses pump the oil up into the head and the system to cool it, and then it drains back into the tank. The system is driven by a 7.5 horsepower 3-phase motor. The reservoir has its own motor. It's a quarter horse motor. The reservoir holds about 2 gallons of oil for cooling the system. This is the air cylinder that engages and disengages the forming head. Here's the gear drive that's mounted to the 3-phase motor, and the head is driven with a timing belt. The gear ratio on this unit is 1.8 to 1, which allows us to give us 3,000 RPM on a 1750 RPM motor. This one here is used to cool the forming dies. This one over here is used to cool the, or just to lubricate the bearings. Air cylinder that's used to engage and disengage the head. The long screw underneath it is what is used to adjust for the head that engages into the tube. With this long shaft, a very precise adjustment can be made. Wedges that you see right up in the top of the forming head, those are the wedges that engage and disengage the forming tool. Engage and disengage the head pretty fast. There it shows being engaged. Now it's disengaged. The assembly that we're looking at right now is kind of blurry. That's what's used to adjust the angle of the head, and that will allow us to form helical or angular. The weights that you see welded on that head are for counterbalance. Since there's a lot of offset weight, it really needs to be balanced. Otherwise the machine will move a lot at high RPM. We're looking at the forming head now. The part of the forming head where the dies are mounted. Out into those forming dies are the guide rods, and they have inserts inside these guide rods that will allow it to change from one diameter size to the next. This machine will form corrugated tubing, this particular design, from 1/4 inch up to 1 inch. Now we're going to come around to the front side of the machine where all the controls are at. This little switch that you see down there, that is a switch to turn the oil on and off to the circulating oil. The box next to that is a transformer. We're knocking 440 down to 220 for the oil cooling motor. This is an air cylinder there that will be activated when the head has found its position. It'll lock it in place to keep it from moving back and forth, since the head does move in a horizontal position or plane. Here is the speed control electronic system that will allow the regulation of the AC motor so that we can control the RPMs. To the left is a starter box, and in between is a little potentiometer that we're using when we're testing the machine, just to run the RPMs. Out in the speed control system that will give us a one-to-one reading. Now it's going 248 RPMs. And you'll see it just keep raising up. And that's the actual speed we're getting. 1200 RPMs. We'll be feeding the tubing in. Okay, we're going to form a tube here now. So now we're forming a tube, and it's going to go right through the forming head there, and it'll come out to the other side here. This is angular design that we're forming right now. And right now we're going at a very slow speed. We're running at 500 RPM at the moment. Now we're looking at the machine complete with a cover on top of it. This is a plastic cover with metal ends to keep the oil from splattering all over the place. Basically, this is the unit. We also have leveling pads on the floor so that you can adjust the height and level it to whatever the floor is. And all the panels have louvers for good air circulation. And this is the unit, designed and built by AMH.